Capture card.
What's a capture card? Is that how you stream from two different computers?
That's something from
Our
Pokemon.
guests don't like it when I say we're going live. They just keep the pre-call going
Yeah.
in advance,
Just keep
guys.
chatting.
So pay no attention to that, lady. What a great way to start episode 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weekly Chobo.
What's
My
a
name
capture
is...
card? Is that how you stream from two different computers?
Corn muscles.
Our
Your name is Corn
guests
muscles.
don't like it when
Thank
I say we're going live. They just keep the pre-call going.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
echoing now too. This is the greatest. We're just gonna, you know what? Screw this. We're going back. We're starting up a new timer.
GNR is so good that Weekly Chobo couldn't even handle us. They were like, "Ah!"
Yes!
We're gonna give ourselves another 30 seconds.
I'm gonna eat some more Doritos.
We're gonna get 30 seconds, and we're just gonna give ourselves 30 seconds, and then we're gonna start again. You're gonna still hear our banter because I'm not turning off the audio, but we'll try this again, and we'll see if we work it out a little bit better.
In 12 more minutes. Enjoy the worst 12 minutes of your life, bitches.
Worst.
No,
ever.
I switched it to 30 seconds. You're watching the stream, which is 25 seconds behind. So we're going live in 5 seconds now.
That's very short.
All right, let's take 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Weekly Chobo, episode number 3. I am your host, Corn Muscles. With me, as always, is my co-host, Vizon Kai. How are you doing, Vizon?
Well, I'm doing well enough. I just wrote a recap for the last week in about 20 minutes, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. But, but my day was overall pretty great.
You knew for a week you would have this recap coming, and you gave yourself 20 minutes to...
Procrastination actually fuels me.
Anything.
Also, my keyboard broke today, so I stole my brother's wireless keyboard, and that's what I'm using right now.
Nice. Anything other than that exciting happened in the last week?
In the last week, well, my life is pretty boring. No, I'm afraid nothing has happened in the last week.
At my softball game yesterday, one of my teammates with a sore hammy was rounding first, and halfway between first and second, he crumpled like a little girl because he apparently tore his Achilles.
Oh, wow.
That sounds very painful.
So we didn't make fun of him too much. And the other team, graciously enough, still gave him second because they're like, he would have gotten there anyway. So you guys go ahead and put a pinch runner on second base. So it was nice. We still lost by 20 runs because my team sucks. But
That's the sentiment, really.
Well,
hey,
that was unexpected.
I'm the pitcher. I just try to make sure that I don't walk people, and I think I only walked 3 people in the doubleheader yesterday, so I was happy with myself. In any case, we have a great show for you today. We have 3 guests, all from Team Guns and Roaches, one of the oldest team in the Chobo Team League, the only team left from season number 1. We have
The one to survive.
Yeah, the only one that survived. We have Captain Ninkazi, Fish, and Day 3, also better known as Happy by 3. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, doing great, man. Thanks for having us. I've been kind of waiting until I got a chance to be on the show.
We're glad to have all of you. So we'll start with letting you guys do introductions on yourselves. We'll start with the captain. Oh, Captain, your captain, Ninkazi. How you doing? Who are you? What are you? How'd you get started in CTL? All that good stuff, and anything else you want to add in there.
I guess first off, I'd like to explain my username, Ninkazi. It's kind of a spoof on Ninkasi, which is the Sumerian goddess of intoxicating fluids. So basically,
no comment. No comment.
So, I don't know. I've been playing StarCraft for a pretty long time. I remember playing Brood War when I was just a wee little kid.
And I apologize if it smells bad. I just let one rip. I hope it didn't come through the mic.
Oh, God, I can smell it from here.
Everyone in the chat's like, oh, Corn Muscles, what the hell?
But yeah, I'm totally stoked to be a part of CTL. I joined in season 2, and I believe I found a Reddit post, because it was right around the time where I was top top 8 gold. Like just got into platinum too, I think. So you know that feeling when you get into platinum, you're like, I am the shit. I'm basically pro, you know. So I wanted to be involved in like some sort of
Faison,
team.
you don't know that feeling yet because you. Oh wait, you were in Plat and Wings of Liberty.
Yeah.
Damn.
um,
I can't say that.
yeah, and so I met a couple of the guys. Do you guys remember who Zafreak was? He was the old captain of the Killer Pikachus in like
Yeah,
season
he's
1 and 2.
one of the old admins.
Best team name ever.
Yeah, and he was a friend of mine. Like I met through like StarCraft, like outside of CTL. He also mentioned it to me like after I saw the Reddit post. So I signed up, got put on the free agents list, and I randomly got put on Guns N' Roaches, and I'm really happy because look where we are now. Guns N' Roaches are some of my best nerd friends I could possibly ask for. Um,
Aw.
we have
saying that because I sent
Oh, that's adorable.
The feels.
yeah, we have a great time. And look at me now. I started out as a gold or platinum player, and here I am as the captain.
And you're up to diamond now with your Terran play.
Yeah, exactly. I even made it to masters at one point, but then I got shat on and put in my place, and now I'm a forever diamond.
So we'll switch next to Fish because Happy by 3 is newer than Fish, if I'm correct. I think Fish has been around more seasons than Happy by 3.
So
Fish-
any
I've
seasons?
been here since season 4.
So Fish, what about
Come on,
you?
brag. I joined in season 4, saw something on Reddit. I was like, sweet, like to try it out. Now I'm here. I picked GNR because I like Guns N' Roaches. Guns N' Roses. So it seemed like a good fit. I love this team. They're just so chill. Everything's so cool about it, and we're gonna get team shirts. It's awesome.
Really, you guys are gonna get team shirts?
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Something we're actually trying to make happen. We also
If that happens, shoot me a message because I wouldn't mind a Guns N' Roses shirt.
yeah,
I would buy a Guns N' Roses shirt. I'm not even kidding, man.
dude, yeah, it's gonna be sweet. We're trying to decide on a color for the actual shirt part. We're thinking to go with pink, man. Pink might be because it's our secondary color. We might go with a pink shirt with the logo pasted on the front.
Very nice.
I
And
would
it has
like
a
to
CTL
say
on
really,
the back with their names. It's gonna be good.
So what about league and race? Because we'll get that out of the way too, just so we know.
Oh, I've been bronze, silver. I've never gone higher than that. So I've been practicing. Well, not so much as everyone else, especially Happy over there. But I have like this horrible anxiety whenever I play. Like it takes some time to click on that button before I start playing. It's terrible.
I've got some drugs to help take care of that.
A lot of kids take care of that.
I'm not going to share them with you because if I don't have them, I have a really bad panic anxiety disorder myself,
Hey,
actually.
Me too.
And I take antidepressants for it, and they've helped me a lot. So I definitely, anybody out there who's suffering with anxiety or any other of the unseen diseases that, people look at you and they're like, you're not sick. Yeah, get yourself taken care of and fuck those other people.
For real, dude.
real advice
Also,
right there.
when I first came to the team, Coulter and I got in a conversation about how I get really bad social anxiety from Facebook. That was one of the funniest conversations I've had. Coulter was just like, but it's Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I just think about it. And I'm like, ugh. And he's like,
Well,
but
dude, exactly. Well, dude, it's Facebook. Like even I get a little bit of social anxiety. Like when I'm in social situations. Like if I'm standing in, I talk about this a lot. If I'm standing in line at 7-Eleven and I feel like it's taking forever, I start to get like nervous and stuff. But that's in that's like physical social situations.
I can't stand in lines. That's one of my worst anxiety triggers.
Yeah, I know.
And the downside for me is my biggest symptom is I get super severely nauseous, like 8 or 9 on a scale to 10, where most people
I get super
would be
nauseous,
like,
but I never throw up.
most people would be hovering over toilets, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just go for a walk. And
Yep.
I'm one of those shakers.
Justin,
When I start playing, I'm just like,
got the same thing.
So what race do you play? We got your league out of you, but I don't think I heard a race in there.
oh, Terran. I've always been
another
Terran.
Terran. Nice.
Brood War,
I would
so
like to say speaking of Terran, I really liked our match last season where Fish, because I'd never seen a Reaper rush of quite those proportions before. that was very interesting.
I don't plan any of these builds. I just kind of play.
and then the ending was pretty great with 100 Banelings. That was pretty fun.
That was your 2 match? Oh, I remember casting that one. Oh, I had so much fun casting that match. Oh, all right. Happy by 3. How about you? Let's get you in here before we move on. We'll let everyone say hi.
I'm pretty brand spanking new. I mean, I joined the team like 2 or 3 months ago when I first started playing the game. I started playing over winter break in December, and I played Brood War. I was like B- in Brood War. Never had the chance to get into StarCraft 2. Finally picked up a copy and really started playing over break. And I went on Reddit and was like, hi, I was good at Brood War, and apparently I'm really not good at this. So I was just like, I need a practice partner. And Coulter was like, hey, I'm the captain of this team. You should come hang out. And 2 days later, I was in the Skype chat, and here we are.
It took like 2 days to get you in the Skype chat.
Yeah, we were
dropping from B-. Oh my gosh. That's like, for people who didn't play Brood War, that's like really high masters, basically.
Yeah, Brood War was such a different game, though. I mean, the only similarity is that they're both RTSs. Other than that, it would be like saying, oh, I was the #1 Warcraft 3 player. Like, it doesn't mean you're good at StarCraft 2.
Tell that to Grubby.
Yeah.
Well, the difference between Grubby's performance in Warcraft 3 and his performance in StarCraft 2 is still pretty huge, even if he's still pretty good at SC2.
Yeah, and that Koreans didn't really play Warcraft 3 that much.
No, yeah.
More of a China game.
And so, what about League and Race that you play?
I started out as Protoss because that's what I played in Brood War. About 2.5 weeks ago, I was still bronze and was like, I'm sick of playing Protoss. I'm gonna try something. So I played Zerg and was like, this is super fucking fun. So I've been playing Zerg since then, and now I'm up to #1 in my division on silver, going for gold with Zerg.
Very nice. And you've also been doing some casting for CTO as one of the community casters, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Ray and I are casting either tomorrow or Friday night. We're going to be doing, I should probably check who. Some people. I'm going to check the site. Team Unrivaled and Lucky 13, I think?
Team Unrivaled did Composite. That was obviously I favor one of those teams over the other. But,
A little bit.
I honestly think that Unrivaled versus Composite was probably the match of the week.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, I have to say.
It came down to the final map. It came down everything. It all rode on that one map, and
that final map was awesome. By the way.
it was awesome. You'll really enjoy yourself when you cast those games. And I myself am casting tomorrow with Shock Fox. I'll be doing Stratic versus Lucky 13.
Nice.
Hey, one
They're
thing
saying in chat that I should point out that I have been laddering about 4 hours a day, and maybe 2.5 of those hours is usually coached by Ben. So even though he's 12 years old, we should still thank Ben.
Wait,
Who
what?
is Ben?
No, I'm so
Use StarCraft names, man. We don't know real names.
Yeah, you need to use our nerd names, bro.
They said Ben in chat for what it's worth. But no, Rand Althor, or in chat,
Althor, yeah.
Rand Althor, okay.
Wait, okay, so this kid is 12 and he read the Wheel of Time.
No, he's like 15, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's so much better.
Either that or he just picked a...
I mean, if it's true that he read the Wheel of Time at that age, I think he is now my favorite kid
That's impressive.
in the world. I just want to mention that.
I actually just bought the Mistborn trilogy because I was so impressed with how Brandon Sanderson finished the Wheel of Time series.
I'm sure my glowing recommendation had a little bit to do with it as well.
Yeah, that too. A couple other people said I should. So, in any case, yeah, thanks for the introduction, guys. It's been a lot of fun so far, and we're gonna move on to our next topic, and that is the Week 1 recap. And this is gonna be a weekly thing where Not where Vise and Kai recaps week 1 every week, but where Vise and Kai recaps the prior week's games and gives you a little something of what to look forward to. So, Vizon, this is your big stage.
This is my moment, man. This is actually, I'm like super nervous.
Don't blow it.
I won't. I'll try. Okay. So obviously, week 1 just ended, and now we've got 6 1-0 teams and 6 0-1 teams because that's how wins and losses work. So before we get into anything, specific, I'll just go over like match results really quick.
I should have found some like awe-inspiring music to play in the background for you.
Okay. So the first result, of course, is that Composite beats Unrivaled 5-4.
Wait. I'm gonna play some whale songs in the background for you.
Thank you so much.
Whale songs.
Oh, I was gonna start some music. Damn it! All right.
Whale songs.
Is there a problem with my mic?
No, I just find
Whale sounds?
Yeah, like crying whales with the ocean waves in the background, the relaxation stuff.
No.
I know
Someone
what whale
It's
sounds
not
are.
weird or anything to have whales.
Why is that a choice?
Someone said in chat, by the way, Vizon, you have a great mic. Does that mean my mic is bad? I don't...
Okay, we got some nice music.
Okay.
I think you sound great,
Go
man.
for it.
Okay. So, result 1. Composite beats Unrivaled 5-4.
Oh, you just wrecked the guy. He's gonna cast it tomorrow.
What?
Wait,
Oh,
what?
my like what?
I'm just fucking.
Oh, I wasn't actually listening.
Good. Just keep going. We're
It's like
we're
a
making
recap, so I'm
Vizon's
going
first
to give
ever
the
doing.
scores. That's how recaps work. Just want to say that. So, Stratic beats Lucky 13 5-4. Guns N' Roaches, of course, beat Alloy 6-3. Vortex beat Outset 5-4. CT6 beat Team Rival 8-1. And Team Bear Slots beat All Inspiration 7-2. So, a lot of those results are really interesting. So, of course, I'm going to start with the best match of the week, which is that who are the, eternal champions of the CTL. They started off with a loss. So, just want to, say Composite, super great. But, of course, they are, a little weaker at the beginning of the season than they are at the end of the season. But still, pretty proud of that. Anyway, so then we have the other really interesting result that I really liked was the 2 new teams, Vortex and Team Bearsloss, that won. They showed really good play. They took out Outset and All Inspiration, respectively. Outset was actually my pick to do really well this season.
Oh
that
god,
I
gotta shut off these whale songs. It's really annoying.
None of us can hear them, so
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I know, but it was going through the stream and I could hear it, so I gotta shut that off. I'm sorry, man.
Just want to let everyone know that it's bothering me.
I'm like so sad I don't have the majesty of Wales going on behind me.
Fine, I'll play it. Go ahead. Whale songs are back.
Okay, thank you, Corn. Alright. So, 2 new teams that won. That's where I was, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, Vortex beat Outset, which was really surprising to me because, I picked Outset, and Vortex is a new team. So either that means maybe I mispicked, or Vortex is just really, really good. So I'm going to go with the latter because that's more optimistic. But, so that's really cool to see a new team doing that well. And Team Bearsloss faced off against another new team in All Inspiration. They beat them 7-2. So, of course, it is a little hard to judge just from 1 week. But I think one of the biggest things to watch the next 2 weeks is how these 2 teams shape up in the first part of the season. We'll see if they're really that great, and if they could possibly, be Royal Roaders even, maybe go for the championship in their first season. That would be pretty cool.
What?
The other really big highlight is the destruction of Team Rival Gaming by CT6. So that ended up 8-1. Though I'm going to give a shout out to Team Rival's player Entropy. He won the non-ace diamond match so that his team got at least 1 map win. And that's not like a joke about how big of a deal that is. Because when you get shut out, it's so soul-crushingly awful compared to like winning at least 1 game that it makes a huge difference to go 8-1 compared to 9-0. And yeah, so you can't really judge if CT6 is as good as they seem, even though they were talking big and they're starting to perform big, apparently. But of course, this is Rival's first week. But next week, the next 2 weeks, we can see if Rival can redeem themselves, and if CT6 will continue mimicking that 8-1 performance. Maybe get some more big wins against more established teams. Out of those, I didn't really get to watch many casts because they haven't happened yet. But out of the games that I saw from raw replays and from people's streams, Flubs versus Fox was really good, and I'm going to Flubs fanboy till the end of the universe. And I watched that live on Fox's stream. I don't know if it's been casted yet. I don't think it has, but people should definitely look for when that gets casted, because that was a really great game. It was very intense because Composite needed to win that in order to not lose to Unrivaled. Stratic beat Lucky 13, which was very close. And so both of these teams are new-ish, but they aren't new this season, but they're not very established compared to a lot of the other teams in the league. So they have something to prove this season, I think. And I'm not going to say Stratic and Lucky 13 have an awesome rivalry because of that, but I'm going to go ahead and say they have an awesome rivalry because of that. So look forward to them hopefully playing again in the playoffs, because I'm going to keep hyping that, because I think that's pretty cool. Both of these teams, who have maybe the same goal this season, are facing off. Basically what happened was Metalcore performed really well in the ace match, and then the bronze, silver, first gold and first platinum matches were victories for Lucky 13, but then they had a string of 5 losses, and then they just, obviously they lost their 5-4. So that is unfortunate, but still pretty cool. Before I go on to our last match, because that's Guns N' Roaches, and for obvious reasons I wanted to save that till the end. But a really big note is the very small number of walkovers this week, which I thought was very impressive, because this is the first week where, that's where some teams are still fielding players that they might be unsure of if they really want to perform or not. And also, some of them might have not really understood how CTL organization works. So knowing that, I think the relatively small number of walkovers that we had this week is really impressive. Hopefully keep that trend going. But speaking of walkovers, we do have this next match between Guns N' Roaches and Alloy. And the awesomely named Randall Thor, again, Zakor and Ninkazi were your guys' only losses. So I wanted to confirm this, though. According to Liquipedia, there were several walkovers. Is that true, or does Liquipedia just misreporting that?
No, that's right.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to. I'm glad I'm getting a chance to talk about this. I want to be real straight up about it. I am not very, even though we won, I'm not very happy with the first week. Part of me feels like we didn't earn it because of those walkovers. And I feel really bad. Shout out to you, Aldaris, if you're watching this, man. Thank you so much for being super chill. It's tough when there's a bunch of these, when you're a new team and there's a bunch of these rules, and some of these rules are super specific, if you don't read them all the way until the last sentence, there's something you could overlook. And the whole ordeal is that Aldaris runs a professional team. So he has a couple of grandmasters and masters who are actually in Alloy Esports. And so Aldaris let someone use his account, and they got to a really high league on the European server, which kind of screwed him over because he himself is about bronze/silver level play, but he wasn't able to play the bronze-silver match against Happy by 3 because of that, and it just created a huge cluster of drama that I feel so bad that this is his introduction to the Chobo Team League, and he had to deal with so much shit the first week. But I commend you, Aldaris. I commend your team for being so cool about it, and not just rage quitting or anything. I definitely look forward to playing you guys again, possibly in the playoffs if we can, because I really want to see which team deserves to win. Like I said, I'm happy with the win. I'm stoked. Started off the season with a win, but if things could have happened differently, I would have enjoyed that. So With all the walkovers, there was 3 walkovers. The match between GDP and Arrogance, I don't really know why that one was a walkover, other than I think both players are new to the league, and I guess maybe they just didn't contact each other until, it's kind of hard to schedule a match when the first time you contact your opponent is Saturday evening. And then with Fish's deal, the reason Fish got a walkover was because his opponent, Noodle Dragon, has a gold. His account is gold over on the European server, and he was signed up for the silver match. But I don't know. It was just a bunch of confusing stuff. We got some walkovers. I'm not really that happy with it. And that's really it. I'm proud of the guys who won. I wish I could have won the ace match. Ender Sword's really good. Shout out to you. I shouldn't have tossed all my ghosts out into the middle of the map when there's like 6 colossi and observers. Zacher, I'm actually pretty pissed that you lost because I consider you the best player on our team. So hopefully you can do better this next week. And so, yeah, week 1, we got 1 week down, 11 more to go or so, I think, and 10 more. And let's hope that we get some really good games, some really good casts as well, and hopefully we can make the Chobo Team League, even bigger than it is.
Yeah, definitely the Chobo Team League has come real far since me and you have been around in Kazi. With just look at the site from the old days of the brown and yellow background to now we have the little space background. It's much more StarCraft themed and no more ads and all that. So shout out to all the people behind that.
And we got that domain too, choboteamleague.com. I think that's a really big step up. Without you don't have to enter that extra little dot engine, because
that's nice, man.
It just looks kind of unprofessional, when you say, hey, check out this.
ChoboTeamLeague.engine.com.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't really seem as legitimate. But when you tell someone, hey, check out ChoboTeamLeague.com, they're like, oh, wow, these people, are pretty established. They have their own domain. Even if we're still using like a free guild making website, at least we have a domain,
Yeah, I'm hoping that one day we can get somebody on CTL who's just loves it so much he wants to, or he or she wants to create do that. And thank you for saying that about the domain. That was something that I actually did when I was an admin. I bought that domain for us, so because I wanted.
Hey, thank you, dude. Thank you. That's
nice, man. Thanks.
I wanted to. I don't want to say it was my idea, and a couple of the admins who they can step up and say who they are if they want to, but I don't want to say their names because, again, it was a couple of the admins have thrown real money into the site to make it better, and so they can step up if they want to and whatnot. But yeah, the admins. You don't. Nobody knows. As a former admin, you have no clue how much work goes into being an admin. So, y'all got to give a lot of props to those people.
And you do it for free. It's not like you're getting paid or anything, and it's not like there's a prize or anything.
So, in any case, our next topic, which we'll move on to, was what is GNR all about? And one of the topics I wanted to say was how'd week 1 go? But I think you nailed that already. And so, how about if you could, the 3 of you, tell us what GNR is all about as a team? Like, what do you guys do for practice? How do you guys hang out together? Have any of you guys met in real life? Is anybody real life friends and they came together on the team, or did you guys?
MLG Anaheim, man, it's coming. We're all gonna meet there together.
Let us know what's going on, and when is MLG Anaheim?
It's in June 20th through the 22nd, I believe.
I might have to see.
I think so.
I might have to see if my wife will let me take a drive out there.
Yeah,
maybe I'll go. In any case, this is about you guys. We can take that offline, and I'll chat with you guys about that because that'd be cool. Or maybe we'll just talk about it during the quick Q&A period. So, Yeah. What is, tell us about GNR.
So, yeah, like I said, I started the CTL in season 2. I got, I guess, promoted, you could say, to the captain, and at the end of season 4, so season 5 and 6 are my 2 first seasons being captain. Um, most of us are most of us are actually pretty new. I think there's only a handful of us who have been around since season 2 or 3. Fish has been around since 4, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, like I said earlier, I couldn't ask for a better group of nerd friends, man. Like, I look forward to chatting with these guys in Skype almost every day. Um, and I like how in the beginning it turned like it began as like just a guild or a clan almost. I was just like, I didn't know any of these guys like on a personal level. I just practiced games with them, and then all right, see you later. Let's play tomorrow. Um, but now we do Skype calls together all the time. We play Pete modes. We do little in-house tournaments and stuff. And over the 6 seasons of CTL, Guns N' Roaches has become pretty big. We started out with like 8 players, I think, and now we're up to like our in-game clan has like 35 people in it. And we all know each other, on a first name basis. And like Fish was mentioning, there's a solid group of us. I think there's at least 6 or 7 of us who have all manifested the idea of going to MLG Anaheim together. And there's only one person on the team that I actually know from real life, and that's Zachor. He actually lives down the street from me. He's a good
my
friend.
God, did they get circle jerky about it? So it was like, oh man, you want to go get food from this place? And I'm like, no, really, I'm so included.
I'm like, hey Zachary, you wanna hang out this weekend in real life, dude? We can like 1v1.
No pants.
Yeah, 1v1 in real life, dude. So yeah, but anyways, I think my main point is, I'm super stoked to be with these guys. It's become so much more than just a StarCraft team. We're friends. And I can honestly consider these guys like good friends. Especially I want to give a shout out to Sir Lags a lot too, because I consider him like my computer
science name.
Yeah, he's my computer science sensei. So I'm a computer science undergrad right now, and he's actually like graduated and in the workforce and everything. So whenever I need help with like resumes or like homework and stuff, he'll help me out with that. So, and he's actually one of the people who's going to meet up with us to go to MLG Anaheim. And I'm just so excited, man. I've never been to a StarCraft tournament, a big StarCraft get together. So basically, I'm shaking in my boots, man, with excitement. I'm really stoked.
Hopefully, with our like hot pink shirts, everyone will see us on television, man.
Exactly. I think that's the main reason I'm leaning towards pink shirts, just so we're kind of stand out-ish.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like I've said a lot, so go ahead, Fish, and day 3. What do you guys feel?
I just love this group, man. It's like the most chill group you could possibly be in. It's like there's no forced labor in laddering and everything. So it's just like, just go ahead and ladder whenever you need to. We'll back you up. You need some practice, we got you. It's nice. Like Trip the other day just helped me out. If he's on here at all, helped me with Zurich, which TVZ's my worst. Just let you know, Akarasi. So yeah, we do Pete modes whenever everyone's on. It's just like, hey, is anyone on? Let's play. It's sweet, man.
And I'd also like to mention, on the same idea as that, Fish, is that one thing I really appreciate about our team is that we're all really constructive. I'm not much of a coach. I'm not very good at coaching StarCraft 2 because I kind of have everything built into my muscle memory. So I just kind of play and macro and just make decisions, and I don't really know how to explain my play. But I kind of take the role as more of like a motivational speaker. So, one of my famous lines is just keep hitting play, man. Forget about the outcome of the previous match. Just hit play again. And I think that attitude is kind of rubbed off onto some of the other guys. It's like StarCraft's supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be fun. Don't worry about what league you are. Don't worry about if you're winning or losing or if you're positive. Just focus on getting better. And I really enjoy how everybody's so constructive about it. Everybody is willing to help. People will pop in, all times of the day. 1v1 anyone, let's practice a match. And there's always someone who's down to practice. And we like to give each other, we'll talk about games. We'll watch replays together. And, sometimes we'll joke around and be like, oh, dude, you fucking suck, man. You need to get better, dude. Why'd you do that? But most of the time...
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, most of the time, we're constructive about it. Hey, dude, you did this really well, but, look at your macro at, 11 minutes in. You have 2,000 minerals. You could do a little bit better, and then we'll play another game to focus on, macro or something. So I just really, I guess that was kind of a tangent off what you said, Fish. But anyways, keep going.
No, and I think it's cool because we have a lot of almost every night there's some kind of team game going. And if there's not a team game going, there's at least one person who will coach with you. And even if we're all laddering, we'll be active in chat and be like, hey, how's ladder going? Who's doing what? What are you losing against? And last night, I had a really bad ladder night. I mean, for weeks now, I've been going if they're silver, I win. If they're gold, I lose. And then last night, I was going if they're a person, I lose. I think I might have beat a cat. I won one game, but I think it might be a dog because his APM was 2. But it was just a shitty night. But then I went in the group chat, was oh my god, ladder sucked tonight. And immediately 3 people were hey, what's the matchup you're losing against? We can practice it tomorrow. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It's hell yeah. It's nice to have people whose response isn't that sucks, bro. It's oh, what can we do to fix it? How can we make you better? And that's cool.
I think that's the biggest reason why I'm still here. It's just the people I chat with are just so good to me. I wouldn't choose another team ever. So, love you guys.
No, I love you too, man. Even when you're vomiting in the background of my cast.
I gotta say,
times,
you guys
man.
are the most bro-y team I think we've had on the show so far. Everyone else is super cool about it. You guys are just oh yeah, we love everyone. Hugs and rainbows all around.
To be fair, it's probably 90% because we have a lot of West Coasters. A lot of hugs and rainbows on the West Coast.
Are you trying to say something? I think you're trying to say something. I should be offended because I'm on the East Coast.
I'm from
East
Chicago.
Coast?
I'm just saying West Coasters are like that.
More Midwest, I guess.
And Canada.
Fucking Canadians.
It definitely sounds like you guys are.
Canadians. God damn it, Ben.
Definitely sounds like you guys are a fun group of folks. So now that we know a little bit more about what you guys are all about, what do you guys think for this season? Do you guys have any specific players on your team we should look out for?
I like to shout out to Happy. He's been here for a month, started bronze, and now he's nearly gold.
Yeah, definitely.
It took me 2 years to try and do that.
And on a different note, though, not just his play, but I'm really proud of Happy's casting. He didn't even really start casting until he joined us, and he was you know what? I'm gonna take a shot at casting. And like I said, I'm just really proud of how well he knows the game. I mean, even if his mechanics aren't masters, diamond level, he has a lot of game knowledge. He knows hard counters. He knows what units are good against other units, and he's one of those kind of casters. There's not a whole lot of downtime when he's casting. He's always saying something, even if it's just little filler stuff, which I think is hard to do when you're casting by yourself. And I'd also like to note that if you guys have ever seen Happy by 3 on his streams, on his casts, the reason we call him Day 3 is because he looks strikingly similar to Day 9, and it is so cool because
It's Day 9's last cousin, totally.
Exactly, Happy, you honestly look like you could be related to Day 9, and you even kind of sound like it sometimes.
You do. I was just hearing you do this whole chat, and I'm just that's Day 9. It's Day 9.
Just hanging out, being Day 9.
He's hanging out with us, man.
So my point is, like, not only watch out for Happy by Three's like play, he's going to be gold soon, but also keep an eye on his casts, like, and just watch how he improves. You know, not only is he improving in his games, he's improving in casting too, which I think, in some sense, can be just as hard as improving in your play. You know, it takes a lot of effort to be able to coherently describe what you're seeing on a screen of just a bunch of units being moved around and buildings and stuff.
It's hard, man.
You know I can't cast. You know, if I was trying to cast a
casting,
game,
it didn't work out at all.
yeah, if I was casting, I'd be like, oh, and the units are moving over there, and he's building more
Oh,
shit.
he's attacking! Oh!
Oh god, he's doing something. He's building another marine. You know, so so I think if I cast it, I'd be more of a play-by-play kind of guy. Whereas Happy, you're pretty good at doing the play-by-play, but also analyzing, which I really like. And thank you for doing that. I'm glad to have you on board, man.
It's fun. It's been real. I mean, I was super involved in radio when I was in high school, and so as soon as I was like saw on the CTL site that people cast, I was like, okay.
So
also, for anybody not watching WCS America right now, the Jaedong Haas set is 1-1, and Haas is going for a cannon rush at the natural.
Okay.
that's pretty manly.
Very interesting.
Pretty manly. Last game.
Something.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, are you guys done talking about Happy by 3? Or is there more to
Sorry.
that?
We were.
He's their only other player, you know?
Okay, because I had a question to ask. So who do you guys think is your best diamond right now?
So okay, let me.
It's not Ninkazi.
Man, I like to think it's me, you know. And up until this season, you know, I really did consider it me. Like, all boasting and bragging aside, I really was confident in my abilities as the ace/best diamond on the team. But at this point, I'd really have to say that Zach or possibly even Nyland's kind of elusive. He doesn't talk a whole lot. He lives in Sweden. He's really good at Terran. Zachar plays Protoss. He is probably I'm surprised he's not Masters, at least like low Masters, if not mid Masters, because he is so smart at this game, like so good. You know, he may not have the best control or the best macro in the world, but his game sense is phenomenal. You know, like, and he has like if you try to look at Zachar's replays and try to prepare against him, good luck, because he does a different build every single game and just has such a trick bag of all these different strategies and builds. You never know what to expect, which I really like about him, and I definitely consider him one of the best diamonds, if not the best diamond. And also I'd like to give a shout out to the Raxus. The Raxus is also kind of elusive. He doesn't chat with us or play with us as much, but he's definitely someone I've learned from. He helped me with my TVT, which is now my second best matchup. And so we're a pretty big team, so we have quite a few diamonds, and I'd say we're all really good. Like, if you were to pit all of our diamonds against each other, it would be one of the closest like mini tournaments you could possibly ever see at a diamond level.
You guys do have a really deep diamond lineup. Looking at your roster,
What about-
all of
Yeah, we got a lot of diamonds, man.
What about your your low levels, the silvers, the golds? Anybody really there who you're like, who you think is really coming up fast, or?
I'd have to say, Drunk Driver. He's a gold. He's been around for quite some time. He's been around, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's been around since season 3. He started as silver. He's gold now. He's a really solid gold player. I think he won just about every match he played last season.
Yeah, I remember casting some of his matches. He was pretty good for.
Yeah. Drunk Driver. It's kind of funny. His name is Drunk Driver. We give him a lot of shit for that because, like, what an irresponsible name or irresponsible activity to advocate, you know. But
Says the guy who's named after the goddess of imbibing fluids.
Yeah. And also, I'd also like to mention Niru is also someone to look out for. Niru has
I was
been
totally about to say that too.
Yeah, Niru's been around for a while. He was actually almost plat, or I think he was plat for a while, but now he's down in silver. I don't exactly know why, but he still has really strong play, and I enjoy watching him play. I enjoy like helping him against Terran and stuff. Um, so definitely watch out for Niru. Watch out for Drunk Driver. Sir Lags-a-Lot is another up and comer. I honestly have to admit, maybe he's not the most positive about his abilities. He kind of doubts himself sometimes, but I'm hoping I can help him get over that, just keep press and play, Um, and obviously, Fish and Happy are there to watch out for.
Lies. You're just saying that because they're in this.
Yeah. Really. Yeah, Happy
They already
sucks,
took the jerk
anyways.
about me for like 20 minutes. We don't need more of that.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a
This is
shout
our
out for
recipe
Cue Ball.
drinker.
Yes, you
He's
can
a
do a
boss.
shout out to
Just
whoever
saying.
you want, especially if their names are corn mussels.
Who's suddenly on our team?
Are you
and-
gonna shout them out?
Oh, I just did.
Oh,
Cue Ball, you're awesome. Yay.
okay.
But seriously, Cue Ball, he's a fucking boss.
So is Guns N' Roaches ready for week 2?
Yes, we are. So
9-0 this week.
yeah, hopefully that's what's going to happen. I'd like to mention that our lineup is exactly the same as it was last week, and for you other captains out there, don't depend on our lineup being the same every week. The only reason I did that is because, like I said earlier, I don't think we really deserved the first week. We didn't really. I don't feel we won it in like a hey, we deserve this win kind of way. So I wanted to get all the guys a second chance, because I have some newer guys on my lineup. I wanted to give them a second chance and see maybe if we can win with this lineup for realsies. And then maybe next week I'll switch it up quite a bit and see what we can do. But like I said, if you plan on taking a look at our lineup and trying to schedule accordingly, I would advise against that because I'm going to try and switch it up quite a bit from here on out.
Very nice. So that's good. It's good to know a little bit more about GNR, and hopefully there's some free agents listening or that will tune into a VOD later on and check you guys out and maybe join up. It sounds like you guys have a lot of fun, and if you guys are really doing a meetup, that's awesome. So
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'm going to be on tour this summer, so I can't go to the meetup. But it's going to be sick.
We really are doing it though. It's been manifested, man. I'm buying my plane ticket to Anaheim as soon as I get my tax returns and my next financial aid check.
Hey, he's totally paying for me too. It's gonna be great.
Maybe.
very, very nice. Good to hear. I like hearing that with CTL team. So, moving on, we're going to do a little bit of a week 2 preview, and what I want to start with is just going to go through the matchups we have coming up this week. And guys, if you want to just shout in anything you feel between the matchups that are coming on, feel free. We have Unrivaled versus the Lucky 13. We're going to have to see if Unrivaled can get on the winning ways here. Unfortunately, Unrivaled losing in their first week. So something to see there. We have 2 interesting matchups in my estimation there. Both of the diamond matchups for Team Unrivaled. For Lucky 13 and Team Unrivaled. We have Seeker versus Enak, which is one of our official casters, Seeker. Fairly well known in the community for his work with Clarity Gaming and I believe it was FXO before that he was manager for, as well as Vital, captain of Unrivaled, is playing in the Ace matchup, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Stratic Gaming is going up against Alloy Esports. So one
already has 2 wins, don't they?
Yeah, already has 2 wins from walkovers, unfortunately, over Alloy Esports. So that kind of sucks.
I just want to mention Alloy Esports' bronze player is from South Africa, which is pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing the different flags.
There wasn't. Okay, yeah.
So Guns N' Roaches going up against Vortex Esports, and obviously Happy by 3, Fish, and Ninkazi are all playing. So cheer on our guests in their matchups, and best of luck to you guys against Vortex. Outset Gaming is going up against CTL Team 6. So that should be interesting, and it's kind of funny. I don't see any Canadian flags on the CT6 roster page, and I know they have a lot of Canadians, so that'll be interesting to see. One of my favorite guys, Danimo, is playing for them this week, and I used to love watching and casting his games.
Outset does already have a win in the gold match. That's not a walkover, I think.
It does not look like there's any walkovers already listed yet, so be interesting to see. We have Team Composite versus All Inspiration, and obviously, I have to mention silver matchup number 2, Sulliford for Team Composite going up against Son of the Sky for All Inspiration. Why do I mention this? Sulliford from Team Composite is coming off of an 87-week StarCraft layoff. He just bought Heart of the Swarm a week and a half ago, and he's been like an unofficial member of Team Composite for a while. He's played some Composite plays some games outside of StarCraft, and he's played with us for a little bit there in our Minecraft server and Path of Exile. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. So that'll be a big match, and obviously I have to point out I am actually playing for Team Composite this week versus the Operator. So I'm gonna have to dust off my random die and see what I can do.
We can play some more random versus random games. Yeah. That'll be fun.
And
do you feel like, as a random player, do you feel like there's one race that's your like?
Yes.
If they eliminated the random option, what would you play?
I don't know.
I think that's why he plays random.
That's why I play random. I enjoy playing all 3 races. I really do, and that's why I pick random. And if you ever watch me when I'm laddering, when I am playing as random, I almost always say what race I am to the player, because I don't play random to get an advantage. I play random because I just enjoy the races. Now, the Operator, who I am facing this week, don't expect that I'm going to tell you what race I am when we play, because I'm damn sure going to take the advantage then. But I'll gladly tell you what race I got after our match.
Hey, Corn.
Not that it'll help. Give me 1 second. We're just going to finally mention we have Team Rival Gaming going up against Team Bear Sloth, so that'll be very interesting.
Team Bear Sloth.
I think we have Matt the Cat, one of my favorite names, and Fuin Kaze, who I always see read as Fun Kazi. And so we're going to have to see what happens there. Those are just 2 names that I enjoy. And Team Rival Gaming.
I'm a big fan of generic name. The first gold match on Bear Sloths.
That's pretty great, actually.
Generic name, very nice. A lot of
Captain Buttbeard, I like him.
I'm going to call that. And Team Rival Gaming, look at that. Zerg, 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 Terran. Zerg, 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 Terran. So that'll be interesting.
They look like us.
That's man.
So yeah, what were you gonna say as I interrupted you?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what I was gonna say is, you're on Composite, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I just wanted to mention maybe call them out a little bit, but I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna play the Ace or the Diamond when we play against Composite, but I really feel the need to challenge either Spiderhawk or Flubs.
Spiderhawk has fallen into the realm of Platinum and has switched races.
Oh wow! I guess in that case,
I will also mention that Flubs considers his best matchup to be versus Terran.
Well, I consider my best matchup to be against Zerg, and the thing is, I don't know Flubs that well. The reason I call out Spiderhawk is because I have played TVZ against him, and all of our matches, we've played like 5 matches against each other. They've all been really close, and I kind of wanted to have like a grudge match against him, if that's at all possible.
This is awesome. Matt the Cat's in the chat saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna win it for you." That's I didn't even know he was in the chat. I was just picking his name because I liked it. All right, go ahead. Sorry, now I'm interrupting you.
But yeah, anyways, if Flubs is watching this, or if Spiderhawk is watching this, I call you out, Flubs. If you're not the ace for the GNR versus Composite, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
So I will relay the message to Spiderhawk if he's not watching for you.
Yes.
Flubs, I highly doubt, is watching, as I will mention. I will say this: you get a advantage playing against Flubs right off the bat, and the reason I say this, Flubs is from Saudi Arabia, so he is playing from Saudi Arabia when he plays. So he has a little bit of lag to deal with, and but he's also got that oil money to kind of help him out
that's
too.
borderline
So,
racist, man.
Hey, he's the one who said that first.
Borderline.
And so another
He said that
another
in composite chat. So, but
Borderline's okay.
we will. I will pass the message on to Spiderhawk if he's not watching. So
I'm just really surprised he beat Fox in the UR versus composite. Because Fox I consider one of the top players, if not. He could be the top player in CTL. I really don't know.
See,
words, man.
After watching Flubs play, and I know I'm a little bit biased, but Flubs is up there.
Well, I'm confident. I think I'd have a really good match against Fox. I think it'd be really close, and I think if Fox lost to Flubs, that obviously means something about Flubs. So I'm really looking forward to playing him.
Not to insult you, Ninkazi, but I personally think right now, based on what I've seen, and I haven't watched you play that much, so that's probably a little bit to deal with this too, because I haven't seen a lot of the Diamonds play. But from what I've seen, I think two players from Unrivaled, both Vital and Fox, as well as Flubs from Team Composite, and Boz, the admin, for Team Admin. I think those are I think those are the 4 top Diamond players we have in Chobo Team League right now, based on
you know what? I'm not offended at all. Really, all that does is give me motivation to prove you wrong.
So I will say, anyone who watches all the episodes of the Weekly Chobo should know how I feel about Mr. Flubs.
Oh, Vizon wants to. Flubs, if you need a girlfriend, we have Vizon over here.
Hey, Vizon, you want to 1v1 him in real life? No pants or what?
No pants. As somebody in chat said, pants are just jails for your legs.
GL, HF, GG, DD, 1v1, IRL, no pants.
We are actually just about at an hour. We're going to let this run a little bit longer because I want to get out there into the chat room. We're up. I've seen a maximum broadcast viewers of 30. So thank you all for watching. But we do question and answers, and I know we're about we're on that 25-second delay. So I'll ask the first question. But chat, just write in the Twitch chat. Let us know if you have any questions, and we'll see what we can do to answer them. And I will start off by asking the first question to you guys, and that question is, of course, if you're walking down a street, all right, if you're walking down a street and somebody yells "stop," do you think they mean hammer time has just started, or do they want you to collaborate and listen?
Dude, it's the fucking police, man. You run.
Yeah, run every time. I grew up in fucking downtown Chicago. Somebody yells "stop," you assume it's a crackhead trying to sell you something, and you keep walking.
Okay.
Like, that's my auto. Just like, don't look, keep walking.
Okay then.
I guess nobody likes.
I just kind of just stop. Like, hey.
Between the two, hammer time.
Why does nobody get this joke? Do you guys not know who MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice are?
I get the joke.
Seriously, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. That's from Sandlot, by the way.
Yes, we know that one.
Got it.
Oh man.
I'm gonna I'll do the walk of shame. I've seen Sandlot like 4 times, and I did not get that.
Really? You're killing me, Smalls.
Ouch, man.
Oh gosh.
Seriously.
Okay, I'll ask the next question.
I'm not seeing any questions. Chat, come on.
Okay, so Smithy wants to know who is one of the best gold players in the CTL. And I'm going to go ahead and say not Smithy, but besides that... thoughts?
Smithy somehow won his game last week. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Oh, man.
He did it high on painkillers because he had oral surgery earlier in the week. I mean,
God, maybe he
Wonder
found his little tactic. Every time he plays, he just eats like 7 morphine pills and goes
little
at
yellow
it.
pill. Yeah.
Smithy, you are officially Composite's drug addicted berserker. Congratulations. That's your new nickname.
Who is the best gold player and why is it Smithy?
I always like Vespasian, man. He's the
Vespasian
boss.
is platinum.
Vespasian is so
Is he?
fun
I
to
thought
play
he was
against.
gold.
He was platinum last season. Maybe he dropped down to gold. I
So
don't know.
fun to play against.
Yeah, he's gold right now.
Yeah, if you can, if you
I love
can,
his trains, man. You can't beat it.
Yeah, who's singing in the background?
My wife.
Okay.
Wait, your wife? Somebody's married? I'm not the only.
Yeah, I'm married.
I'm not the only one with a ball and chain in the chat.
Yeah.
Come post this season. Come August, I might have to pull back some of my my Chobo Team League influence, unfortunately, since my wife and I are actually expecting our first child.
Woo!
Congratulations!
Go us.
What are you gonna name your first child, and why is it Keegan?
It's not Keegan. If it's a
Coulter. Name him Coulter.
I'm sorry. If we have a girl, her name will be
Coulter?
if we have a girl, her name will be Kirsten Victoria. And
no fish in there.
And if we have a boy, his name will be David Vincent.
Oh wow.
Well, that's pretty
David
cool.
is my
I like
middle
both of those
name.
names.
And
What's
Vincent
that?
is
There's Vincent on our team. I approve.
The way we picked the names was my wife and I couldn't really decide on names when we were trying to come up with names like, oh, what about Justin Robert or whatever, and we could never agree on a combination of names. Like she'd come up with something for boy, the both first and middle name, and we couldn't agree with anything. And so finally, I was just like, you know what? Let me pick. I'll pick my favorite girl's name. You pick your favorite boy's name, and then for middle names, we'll pick somebody who means a lot to us. And we'll do it same thing. You pick a female who means a lot to you, and I'll pick a guy who means a lot to me. And so my favorite female name is Kirsten, and I married an Angelina, but that's okay. And and she picked her sister, and her sister's name is Victoria, so that's how we got Kirsten Victoria. And my wife picked David for David Wright. She's a big Mets fan. And I picked Vincent, who is my best friend of 25 years. So I picked him for a middle name, and we were like, David Vincent? Yeah, I can dig that. Kirsten Victoria? I can dig that too. So we were just kind of like, all right, let's do it.
Dude, there's way too much thought into that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I have two
Just
middle
all like,
names.
that name sounds cool. Let's do that one. Yeah.
Little Muscles is gonna come.
Little muscles.
I'm gonna name my kid Marine King.
Just you have to change your last name to Prime. You know that, right?
His first name will be Marine King. His middle name will be Prime.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
So
But then his initials won't be MKP. How can you stand that?
Oh God, you're right, man.
It has to be Marine King Prime.
So
then you can write down MKP.
I did see one question in the chat, and we'll go with that, and that will be the end of the show. After this question, we'll say goodbye. We'll let all of our guests say goodbye very quickly, and then myself and Vaizankai will sign off. And that was from Some Meadow Alloy, who asked, who are your favorite pro players? So, Fish, we'll start with you. Who is your favorite pro player?
Pro player. God, there's probably one for each race. My favorite Zerg is Scarlet by far. She's just badass in whatever she does. She's just unstoppable.
My girl.
I always love Marine King Prime because he's like the second coming of Jesus. In Protoss, I used to really love Squirtle, but then he just kind of disappeared, and I don't know, it just kind of made me sad. So, yeah, those are mine.
All right, Ninkazi, you're up.
Okay, so, gosh, this is always a hard question, man, because I have so many favorite players, and obviously, since I play Terran, my favorite players are going to be Terran players, but I really enjoy MMA. Something that's kind of funny is I have an Acer monitor, and where it says Acer on the bottom of it, I took a sticky note and tore off the sticky part and wrote MMA on it and put it next to the Acer on my monitor. And then I also really like Pult. I actually have like a Pult T-shirt. I saw on Reddit like they made a bunch of these like Pult T-shirts with a widow mine on them. So I bought that shirt. I really like Pult. I'm also a really big fan of what Red Bull is doing, so I really like Bomber. Bomber has some of the most phenomenal play I've ever seen in my life.
Except when playing Scarlet, just saying.
Yeah, exactly. And I really like, I used to really like Slayer's Boxer, just because he was the first like professional player I had ever heard of when I was a little kid. But now I don't really care for him so much, even though he's not a pro player anymore. Like, it's just some of the streams or some of the videos I've seen him in. Like, he kind of seems to have a little bit of a bad attitude. Plus, with that whole drama thing that happened with like Slayers and everything. I don't know. I don't really like Boxer as much anymore. But in terms of Zerg players, I really, really like Life, man. Life is
yes,
that's my boy.
I love Life. I love how Life tries to. If you were watching GSL last night and he did that drone pull, oh my god, that like gave me a hard on, man. I wish he would have won with that.
The drone pull is becoming a meta of the GNR peep mode canon.
I'm gonna say this right now. I'm not like you guys where I can't decide who my favorite pro player is and I have to list like 6 people. Life is the single best human being that has ever lived on this planet, ever.
Wow.
Okay?
Oh man,
nice. You just got one, and happy by 3. What about you?
like Life, please have my children.
We'll end with me because I'm the conceited host.
For a little bit, my favorite was TLO because he was a Brood War guy, and I thought it was badass. He played random in StarCraft 2, and I was all about him, but he's not really around anymore, and he's kind of a dick now, which sucks. But used to be a really big fan of TLO. But now, Life and Scarlet are 2 of my favorites. I love Pult's play. I love Bomber's play. There's not many Protoss that I really watch. I mean, I played Protoss and was like, eh. But Scarlet and Life are my favorite Zergs. But I gotta say, he's not super competitive, but Roots Patreus is one of my favorites because
I just started watching his stream. His stream is pretty fun.
His stream is so much fun, and he's super active in chat. Like, last night, I saw his stream came up, so I went on right away. I had, like, a 5-minute conversation with him in chat before he started his first game. Super nice guy. Like, getting pretty popular, but still super down-to-earth. Really fun to watch. Always analyzes his games and gives a lot of good commentary. He's a really good guy.
So I will follow the lead of Vizon, and my favorite pro has been my favorite pro for probably a little over a year, more than a year now, and that's the Muslim.
Oh god, how could I forget the Devil Terran, dude?
And that's mine. I love watching. I love his stream. I've always enjoyed watching him.
I love how he commentates.
Hero. I just hate him when he's in tournaments because he always loses.
Yeah, he's too consistent in his builds. He just needs to get a couple cheeses, go mech every once in a while. But his bio play and his drop play, he has this weird, like, he has a really sick game sense to know when dropping a third is better than just full army rollouts. It's a lot of fun watching him play. In any case, that basically wraps up the show, guys. Anything you want to say in parting and saying goodbye?
Well, Parting is my favorite Protoss player, so
Parting is great.
Parting is hilarious. Even though he's a traitor.
Annoying about it again. If you look in chat, I'm going to post the link again right now. I'm trying to get a tournament together amongst CTL players just for funsies. So live that life. Live that dream.
I should ban him for posting a link in chat without permission.
You should.
I'm not sure if I'm free that weekend, so I don't want to sign up. That, and I know I'll get smashed.
That's all.
I'm gonna reseed it. After everyone signed up, I'm gonna reseed it so that
I'd get crushed by a bronze. I'm not looking forward to playing this week.
Me and you, man. Let's go.
Bring it on. I'll do a show match against anyone. Fish, anything? Any parting words?
Yeah, I just want to say, since I've joined there, I just want to say, like, everyone in CTL, I love every single one of you. You're all amazing.
Aww.
And I look forward to playing all of you if I ever get the chance. So.
Aww.
I'm making the love symbol with my heart that you can't see because I don't have my web camera.
If I had the finger dexterity to be able to make a good-looking heart, I would be doing that right now.
Ninkazi, final words?
Hey, thank you for having us. Like Fish said, I'm really happy to be a part of the CTL. I think it's a really good thing, you know. It's one thing to play StarCraft all day by yourself, and you have no clue how to gauge if you're improving or not other than the ladder. And it's a completely different thing to have friends and cohorts by your side that will, you know, gauge your performance, help you improve. And even outside of, you know, your specific team, everybody in the CTL is helpful. Everybody seems to be nice. I think we have a really good organization. I think we're going somewhere with it.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. I know Don Jimbo from Team UR and me and him have been practice partners for each other a couple times. So yeah, anyone in the CTL will help you out if you just ask. So definitely thank you three all for coming on to the show. And Vizon, what do you got? Anything?
Well, thank you guys again. Sorry to, echo, but also thank all of our viewers who are sticking with us on this thus far 3-week-long experiment.
4.
4? Oh, wow. Okay. This 4-week-long experiment, those of you who are still watching after we've failed 4 weeks in a row. I love all of you.
This is the 4th episode, but the first episode I said was episode 0. Because it was like the preseason special, and then we had a second preseason special. In any case, I digress.
Yeah, technically.
Finish up.
Okay, so thanks. I know maybe we're getting a few less viewers, but I hope that by now we have all the people who are going to try and tune in every week.
We've been hovering around 30 every week so far, actually.
Actually, that's pretty great then. We have some pretty good viewer retention. Yeah.
We had 24 as our high on week 1, and since then we've hit 30 every week, 31 being our high ever. So, yeah.
So, 32. There was 32 today, man.
Was there 32? I missed it then.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is the Weekly Chobo, episode 3. I am Corn Muscles, your host. Vizon Kai, my co-host. Our special guests today from Team Guns N' Roaches, we had Captain Ninkazi, Fish who lives in the sea, and Happy by 3, a.k.a. Day 3. Once again, my name is Corn Muscles. On a scale of cheese, 6 pool to 2 gate, I'm actually going to give this one the proxy 2 gate. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great evening.
Yeah!